Okay, good morning. Um, this little short video is going to show you how to convert uh, metric units using the metric conversion ladder method. Now here you see 7 boxes, each with a metric prefix in it, going from a high value to a low value. Okay, we have kilo representing 1,000, hecto 100, deca 10. This middle square has a value of 1, but it's where our basic units go, whether it's meters, liters, or grams. Then as we continue on with our smaller units, we have deci 0.1, centi 0.01, and milli 0.001. Now, like I had said in class, if you can count to 6 and you know your left from your right, you should never make mistakes doing any of these problems, converting from one unit to another, whether it's converting kilograms to milligrams or hectograms to grams, or if we're in meters, decimeters to centimeters. All right, it's all about moving the decimal point. And the decimal point is moved based on how many jumps it takes to get from one unit to the other, whether we're going left to right or right to left. So I'm going to show a few examples, all right, to help you understand. And use this video, all right, as a good reference or resource as you're working on the classwork today and the next. Okay, so here's the metric bar again, all right, and I'm going to throw out some examples, so just follow along and see how we do it. All right, so if I had 86.1 kilograms, and I wanted to convert that to centigrams. All right, first I'm going to identify my prefixes. I got kilo and centi. All right, so right now I'm using the base unit grams. Okay, so this whole bar for this problem represents grams: kilograms, hectograms, decagrams, decigrams, centigrams, and milligrams. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do, all right, is label my start and label my finish point. Okay, so I'm going to go from kilo to centi. All right, so here's kilo, here's centi. So I'm going to be jumping this way to the right. So I'm going to bring my number down. And again, the amount of jumps that I do means how many times I'm going to move this decimal point. So I'm going from kilo to centi. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm going to move the decimal point 5 times to the right. So I'm just going to use the same method we did when we were working with scientific notation, just using little underlines to represent moving the decimal point. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Put my decimal point in its new location. I can get rid of that one. And then I'm going to fill these spots up with zeros. All right, and then put my new number in here. So I have 8. So I have 8,610,000 centigrams. All right, let's do another one. Let's say I have 1,200 hectometers, and I want to convert that to meters. All right, now notice there's no decimal point here, but I know without changing the value, the decimal point goes at the end. We want to make sure we see the decimal point here. All right, so getting back, hectometers to meters. All right, here's my start. Here's my finish. Now just keep in mind, when the M is by itself, we are going to this square, meters. All right, because what you see right now is you see 2 M's. Okay, but this means milli. All right, so when M is by itself, it means meter. If M is in front of one of the base units, then it means milli. Okay, so we're going to be going to meters here. All right, so we got meter and we have hectometer. All right, so here's hecto, and here's M by itself, meters. So we're only going to jump twice. 1, 2. So that means I'm going to move my decimal point twice. 1, 2. Put the new decimal point there. Fill it up with the 2 zeros. And now I have 120,000 meters is the same as 1,200 hectometers. All right, let's try another one. Let's this time let's go from right to left. All right, so let's say I have 86,500 milliliters, and I want to convert that to decaliters. All right, so I got milliliters, and say it out. Say the unit of measurement out so you know where you're starting. Milliliters. So I'm going to be starting here, and decaliters, DA, deca is right here. So I'm going to be going from milli to deca. All right, so let's drop our number down, insert that decimal point, okay? And I'm going to be jumping from milli to deca. It looks like I'm going to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm moving the decimal point 4 times to the left. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. So now my decimal point goes between the 8 and the 6. Okay, so I got to make sure I put it between the 8 and the 6, and then finish up my numbers. So 86,500 milliliters equals 8.65 decaliters. Remember, equal, just from math class. The left side is equal to the right side. So these two numbers mean the same amount of volume. They're just written in two different units of measurements. Okay. All right, one more. Let's do one with a very small number. So here I have 0.000123. We'll go kiloliters. And I want to convert that to milliliters. All right, so kilo to milli. Kilo to milli. I'm going to start with kilo and jump all the way to milli. All right, so let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm going to move this decimal point 6 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, so I'm going to put the decimal point after the 3. All right, which makes my number 123. Now, if it makes you feel comfortable, if you want to keep these zeros in, by all means do so. But you don't have to. I'm more concerned with you putting the decimal point in its right location. So that's 4 examples on how to do dimensional analysis using the metric bar or the ladder method way to convert from one unit to another. If you have any questions, email me.